Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys the 5 factors of credit in the most easiest, most simplest terms that even a 5-year-old can understand. So the first things first, the first category that we're going to start off with is the 30%, which I called utilization. I know this can be a little bit confusing, but this category simply means is how much of your available credit are you using, and depending on how much you're using. So if you're using 50% of your available credit, your score is going to decrease. Also, if you've ever heard me recommend or advise you to get a credit card, this is why I say to get a credit card, because of this category in itself. This category gives you points if you have a credit card on your credit portfolio. And I don't want to go too much deep into it, but if you have credit cards and the more credit cards you have, you get more points. But here's the key word: you have to keep your credit card balances below 10%. All right, now moving on. Obviously, this one's very simple and very easy. Is FICO wants to know the likelihood of you defaulting on a loan, and based on the FICO algorithm, depending on how your payment history was, it's going to calculate, hey, you've been late here, so it increases the possibility of you defaulting on any, on a payment or so forth and so on. So very simple, just make on-time payments and you'll be awesome. One simple tip that I can recommend is that to always set up automatic payments for the minimum payment, and you should be set and never have a late payment for the rest of your life. Now we're going to move on to 15%, and this is the one that I always advocate the most, because a lot of people make a mistake in this category and honestly tend to overlook it. I'm not sure if many of you guys know somebody or you yourself had this problem, but if you've ever closed a credit card, it will decrease your score because you just shorten the length of the credit history that you have. Basically, when you close an account, it takes it out of the FICO algorithm when it's calculating your score. So again, don't close your credit card accounts. There's other ways around it, which I won't get into in this video, but just make sure that, I understand that, you guys, some credit cards have a $500 annual fee, but guys, there's ways around it. Make sure you guys don't close your credit cards because it'll hurt your score. But again, now with that said, this really depends on if you have other older cards that are outperforming that certain card, okay? Now moving on to types of credit, FICO wants to know if you're able to manage multiple accounts at the same time. So what this means is that it wants to know if you're able to handle 2 credit cards and a car payment at the same time. Like if that builds up your credibility, and it allows FICO to put you in a score bucket to increase your score against. I don't want to say increase your score because technically FICO you don't get points. Okay, that's going to be a different topic for a different day. But anyways, types of credit, FICO just wants to know if you're able to handle multiple different accounts at the same time, meaning can you handle 2 credit cards and a car loan at the same time, or can you handle 4 credit cards and a mortgage loan or a car loan? That's simply what it means, and I highly recommend for you guys to diversify your credit portfolio. Now, new accounts, this one mainly comes with in the form of hard increase. Now, this is a question that I get asked a lot. Do hard increase hurt my credit score? The answer to that is maybe. Hard increase affect your credit score if you have a thin credit portfolio. If you have a strong credit profile, like for someone myself that I have plenty of credit cards, multiple personal loans, a hard increase ain't going to do much for me. But if somebody who has a very thin file with only 2 or 3 credit cards and you go and apply, it's going to hurt your score. So this is simply what this category means. And obviously FICO wants to know how rapidly you're opening accounts. I hope this helps. Again, any questions that you might have with that pertain with this subject, please drop them down in the comments and I will do my best to respond to each and every one of you. As many of you guys know, I am a credit nerd and I love to talk about this topic, and my wife is tired of hearing me talk about credit. So if you guys are interested, just drop your questions in the comments and I'll definitely get back to you. Thank you for coming to my Credit TED Talk.